Welcome back to another car market video, and today we are going to be looking at the C63 market. You can now pick up a W205 C63 for just 18.5k. You can see there this exact car has been reduced by almost £4,500. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Before we get into the video, make sure to get involved with the polls on the community tab. You can do that by hitting the subscribe button. As mentioned previously, we're also doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, so subscribe to get involved. A lot more content to come. We're doing 3 to 5 uploads every week, so comment down below which car you want to see next, and any questions, leave them down below. So as mentioned, we're going to be looking at the C63 market. We're going to look at the pre-facelift W205, then we are going to be looking at the facelift W205, and finally, we are going to be looking at the newer C63 market as well, the 2-litre hybrid. So, first of all then, let's take a look at the pre-facelift. So as mentioned, these cars have dropped significantly. This is the cheapest on the market by quite a bit. I personally haven't seen one for under 20k. And as you can see here, we've now got one for just £18,500. 125,000 miles. I wouldn't touch that one personally, but it has been dropped quite a bit, and it is very cheap for that car. Next, we've got one listed at 20,600. Again, these are slightly higher miles cars. So in general, the theme seems to be a higher miles car is going to be around about the 20 to 23k mark. For 23 to 25, you're going to get a nicer example with lower miles as well. So you can see we've got dealer examples listed at 22.5k. Another one there, 76,000 miles, 23,000. So I reckon for 23k you can get a nice one. That one's stage 2, 79,000 miles from a dealer with a good spec as well. Again, this is the pre-facelift list. These cars are around £60,000 to give you guys an idea. But you can see we've got quite a few, and they've all got big drops of a couple of £1,000, 1,500, 500, 1.2k, 690 there. And you can see for the 23 to 24k mark, you're going to get a really nice example. That one's had £3,000 spent on it in the last month, and a 12-month MOT. Here's another one, just 65,000 miles. So for under 20k or around 20 to 22k, you're looking at a high mileage example. For around 23 to 25, you're looking at a nicer example with average miles for the year, just like this car. So personally, I'd spend around about 23k. As you can see, a lot of these have got big drops, been listed for quite a while, so there's definitely some negotiation room for these cars. Previously, around a year ago, these cars were 30 to 35k. Now you can see we've got loads for around 20 to 25k. Personally, for the money, definitely a great car. 4-litre bi-turbo V8 does sound very nice as well. Not quite as good as the W204, but these cars also have a relatively modern interior as well, so definitely a decent buy for around the 20 to 25k mark if you're looking for a nicer example like that one there. Next, what we'll do is take a look at the W205 facelift market. These cars are around 70 to 80k new, and as you can see there, we've got that one listed for 33.5. That is the cheapest currently for sale. And as you can see there, one of the biggest drops we've seen so far. This car has been dropped £8,500 since the end of August and early September. That is a crazy drop. Again, this is the facelift car. Personally, if it was me, I'd definitely consider this because of the facelift. Has a very modern interior. You've got the newer screen with the digital dash, the newer steering wheel as well, and also some slight updates to the infotainment system. It's still a little bit dated. However, for the money, I mean 30 odd grand, this definitely looks like a nice example. A few choice mods as well. And just 50,000 miles on the clock. So personally, for me, that's a good buy. And if you can get a pre-facelift for around 23 to 24k, a deal, maybe one listed for 26, and you negotiate a little bit, I definitely think that's a good price. For a facelift, I want to say you're looking at around 33 to 35. That's a pre-facelift, so you can tell by the digital dash in the center. These cars generally maintenance wise are going to be relatively costly compared to the newer cars. However, compared to the likes of the M3 and M4, they don't suffer from the crank hub issues that those cars do suffer. Next, what we are going to do is take a look at the newer car. This is the 2-litre C63 hybrid, which everyone has been complaining about. As you can see there, the first car listed. This car listed at around about £110,000. To give you guys an idea, you can see a £9,190 drop. This is almost a brand new car, so I mean less than a year old, and it's lost around about £40,000, so close to a 40k drop after under 3,000 miles, and it's been dropped 9 grand as well. These have had some crazy depreciation. Not just that one, there's multiple examples. This one, Premium Plus Performance Night Edition. I'll show you guys the list price from Mercedes as well, and you can see there £71,000, 8 grand drop. This one 9.4. This one's recently been listed, but again 1900 miles, so very nearly new, and it's lost around about 30 to 40k. So big drops on these cars, not just from a listing point of view, but also from the list price. This one then 2024, so not just the wagons, you've also got the saloons. So usually the wagons are more desirable, but in the case of the C63, the wagons seem to be the cheaper option at the moment. But again, you can see quite a few cars listed. Haven't actually seen many of them, if any, on the road, so they didn't sell well, and the cars that people did buy seem to have depreciated heavily. These cars have been sitting around for quite a while. 5 grand drop on that one, 24 grand drop on this one's insane. Previously on release, these cars were listed for around £115,000. Some dealers were asking for 125 grand over list at one point. But as you can see, big discounts even from brand new cars from Mercedes. They don't really seem to be selling them. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. Personally, I'm not surprised they didn't sell many. And the ones that did sell, they seem to have dropped heavily. Doesn't really seem to be any demand for these cars in general. Next, we're going to have a look at the car on the Mercedes Configurator. As you can see, the list price starts at around £100,000. Once we add in the carbon edition and add a few of the packages, you can see with a few options, paint, etc., these cars can easily head over the 110 grand mark, so up to 105 currently on the road. With a few options, you're easily looking at in excess of 109, 110 grand with all the options. So in summary then, the newer C63 2-litre hybrid has lost a lot of money, around about 40 to 30,000 pound off the list price. Cars aren't selling. Generally, each car's been reduced by 9, 10 grand, some of them by up to 20. The facelift C63 W205 is selling for around about 30 to 35k. For a decent example, they've also dropped quite a bit. Previously, a year ago, they were 40 to 50, and the W205, the pre-facelift, has had the biggest drop. You can now, for the first time in ever, you can pick one up for £19,000, and you can pick up a nice one for around about 24 to 26k. So personally, if you can get one for that money, that's what I do. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Follow me over on Instagram if you haven't already for daily uploads, and also on TikTok. I post around 3 times a day over on there, so do follow on those and check them out as well. Subscribe if you're new here. Let me know what car you want to see next down in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.